Hey everybody, I'm Chris Guns. Welcome back to Pro Boxing Insider Radio. And in just a minute, I'm going to be joined by Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, the great light heavyweight champion and one of the great trainers in the game today. Eddie's busy training Hasim Rahman for his big WBA title shot against Alexander Povetkin coming up in just a couple of weeks. And if that doesn't sound busy enough, he's also trying to get political people like John McCain and Senator Harry Reid of Nevada involved in reforming the sport. So Eddie's been busy and he's got a lot to talk about and can't wait to hear what he says. Let's go get Eddie Mustafa Muhammad on the line. Hey Eddie, welcome. How you been?
Hey, I'm good. I'm real good.
Good. You've been vocal the past few days about the ills going on in the sport, and you've actually talked about it any time through the years. I heard you on and off talking about it. But now you're speaking louder and you're trying to actually get stuff done, aren't you?
Well, you know what? Listen, some people talk loud and say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm the type of guy that, listen, if you have a plan, let's put it to work. Like it was supposed to have been when Lavender Johnson passed away. First things first, we're going to have a secret commission. We're going to have a special commission. I mean, I'm still waiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm still waiting. So the bottom line is, it's all bullshit. Pure and simple bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're waiting on these commissions to do this and do that. All they do is talk.
Yeah. Yeah, every 5 years I think it starts getting going again, reforming the sport, and then it just dies down and goes away like it never...
They're not going to do a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Reform nothing.
Yep.
It's all talk. Reform this, reform that. They're not going to reform anything. They just let it go the way it is, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, there's such thing as the saying is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, this shit has been broke a million times.
Yeah.
And all they do is talk about fixing it, but they never fix it.
Yeah. You contacted Harry Reid about 2 weeks ago, and
I contacted Harry Reid's office, and I contacted John McCain's office. So those are the two guys, the two senators, that are going to put the squeeze on the situation, that are trying to push this bill through.
yeah. What'd you say?
All I did was to tell their aides that I am ready, willing, and able to step to the forefront to clean out all the corrupt pieces of garbage that are involved in boxing.
Yeah. I remember maybe the last interview I heard Bert Sugar in, he said there's no way you're gonna make this sport not corruptible. It's not possible, he said. What do you think about that?
You know what? Bert was a good friend of mine. God bless his soul. He was a good man.
Mm-hmm.
But I beg to differ.
Okay.
I beg to differ. You just got to have people like Elliot Ness and the Untouchables.
Yeah.
That you got to go in there and clean the situation out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, clean it completely out.
Yeah. So.
You know, get rid of all these sanctioning bodies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and do it like that.
Yeah.
Bring boxing back to its glory days where you had ABC, NBC, and CBS doing shows almost every Saturday.
Yep.
You know, that's the first thing. You have to have the farm system put in order.
Yeah. Every sport has a farm system, but boxing doesn't have one.
Exactly. And the big promoters are killing the sport from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because everybody can't fight on HBO or pay-per-view.
Yep.
But that's where the farm system comes in at.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. Did you?
That's what we need.
Did you get Senator Harry Reid on the phone? Did you actually speak to him?
No, I didn't get anybody. I got his aides.
Yeah.
You know, and I talked to his aides. I told them what the deal was, what I was about.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of political connections with, I know, former governor of New Mexico, Governor Richardson. I've been through a few fights with Senator McCain and myself, we sat and talked.
Yeah, he's actually a friend of the sport.
About a few things.
He boxed in the Army, and he was actually hands-on in trying to get the Muhammad Ali bill passed in the 90s. I think Roy Jones was asking him for a lot of help, and he was willing to help, but something happened where it just died down, and nothing got done, pretty much.
All they do is talk.
Yeah.
Talk. That's all they do. They make a motion, and then they let it die out. On with the show. That's all it is. On with the show. I mean, look.
What are you desperate
Every
to...
sport
I'm sorry, Eddie.
is going to pass us. Every sport is going to up and pass us. You know?
Yeah.
Going to up and pass us, leave us behind, and going to make us extinct.
And you said you could point out the ills of the game and the people responsible. What would you clean up right away if it was up to you? What would you do?
Number one, I would get rid of all the sanctioning bodies.
Yep.
Have one body. That's the United States of America.
Yeah.
You know, one body. As simple as that.
And who do you look at and think who's the most responsible for the mess the sport's in today?
You can't really put a blame or put a finger on anyone. You know, you just got to weed the bad people out. I mean, everybody saw the Pacquiao fight, and they had a situation where they pulled in on HBO.
Yep.
How many people thought Pacquiao won? How many people thought Bradley won? It was over 90%.
Yeah.
That thought Pacquiao won. And I know I'm not crazy. And I have 5 or 6 TVs in my home. And I watch that fight.
Yep.
You know, the best that you can do is 9-3, 9-2.
Yep. That's what I thought too. 9-3.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow, man, they are really doing a mockery of our sport.
Yeah. Now, how do you think that goes down, if it's planned at all? How do you think the judges just get the gist of what they're expected to do, or do you think that a deal's actually made?
All I'm doing is I'm gonna say this here. If I'm not mistaken, weren't those judges involved in the other controversies before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So just get rid of them as soon as they have a
It's
controversy.
not the first time that these judges have not been involved in controversy before and in scoring.
Yep.
It's simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, and again, if I'm not mistaken, I think that they're like 90 years old.
Yeah.
80, 90 years old. These guys got no business judging.
Yeah. They were old when I was little.
What they need to do is come and watch the fight. Sit back and relax.
Yeah. They were judging your fights when you were active, and they were already old.
There you go. There you go. I mean, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? All I know is our sport. I mean, it's always been in the red light district. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there's always been corruption. You know, from the Blinky Palermos, and Frankie Carbos, and guys like that. You know, I mean, it's just a never-ending situation. The more money that's involved in our sport, the more corrupt we're going to be.
Yeah, and for all my life, I remember there would always be somebody saying that they should treat the sport of boxing like an organized crime syndicate or something.
Without a doubt.
That's how it's run, like a mob kind of thing, and that's what's got to happen.
That's the way it's run. I mean, that's the way it's run right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm and like I said, I'm still waiting on that special committee when Lavanda Johnson died. And that's been a while ago.
Yeah. What was that? 04?
They swept it under the rug.
Yeah. It's sad.
You know, and nobody has the balls to speak up but me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I speak up. I let them know this is my sport, the sport that I love. And here you guys are making a mockery out of the sport.
Yeah.
When these guys put their heart and soul, train hard, give the people blood and guts,
Yep.
for them to do things like that, but what can you say?
Yeah. It's horrible watching a guy get robbed and stopped if he just gets hit, and
Exactly.
it's just horrible.
What about the Randy Rios and the Abril guy?
Yep. That's another one.
Hey, come on, let's be real, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got 5 or 6 TVs in my room, in my home.
Wow.
All of them can't be wrong,
Yeah. Yep. What's on one screen's on everyone's screen. No one's seeing a different fight than you are.
Exactly. Exactly. But, this is boxing, and they're going to do what they're going to do to make this sport go down the drain, go down the tubes.
Yep. And in America, it is going down the tubes, but you got places like the Philippines, and it's actually enjoying like a hot time in the sport. How can we get the sport popular again and build more gyms in neighborhoods and have better trainers around? I mean, how do you get back to where we were maybe in the 70s and 60s? You got cities like Philadelphia and New York too, and there's just a dwindling number of gyms and quality trainers around. And
right, but it all starts with the Olympic year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it all starts at. You pick guys out of the tournaments
Mm-hmm.
and work from there. And then you get network TV involved in it. Like when Danny Duva had the NBC with his group of fighters. And they built those guys up real good. And Rocky Lockridge,
Yeah.
all those guys like that. And, Alex Ramos, guys like that. They built out of the amateurs.
Yep.
And every week they was on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my career started. NBC, CBS. I remember when March 30th, 1980, ABC moved their prime time programs, their slot, moved them their prime time, moved their programs out to put boxing on.
Wow. Yeah. Won't see that.
They don't do that. They don't do that now.
Nope.
They don't do that now because boxing has been so tainted and ruined, and it's every day it's being more and more ruined every day by these people that are running our sport.
Yep. I agree. And how about the PEDs going around the game? Antonio Tarver was just found to have drostanolone in his body. How surprised were you at Tarver's test?
Well, you know what? Listen, I know Antonio real good. Antonio's a good friend of mine. I'm sure, I can even say that I'm positive, if he did know nothing about it, because everybody that comes in your camp that says, I'm a strength and conditioning guy, I'm this, I'm that, listen, you can't trust those guys. I know one guy that I can vouch for, because when I was working with Chad Dawson, this guy was the top of the line. His name was Axel Murillo. I think he is the best strength and conditioning guy in the sport right now, because he shows the fighter what's going in his body.
Okay. Yeah.
He shows the fighter. He breaks everything down. This is what's going in your body. I think Axel Murillo is the best strength and conditioning guy. You got guys, Johnny Come-Lately, even trainers. Anybody can throw a towel over their shoulder and say, I'm a boxing trainer.
Yeah.
They don't know a left hook from a fish hook. You know what I'm saying? But it's true. They don't know.
I agree.
They don't know.
Totally right. I actually talked to Buddy McGirt a couple of days ago, and he said the same thing. He points his finger at the strength and conditioning coach that are in the sport now. Yeah.
Right. But it's a shame how, like I say, all you got to do is throw a towel over your shoulder and get a license. You don't have to take no test to become a boxing trainer.
Yeah.
Nah, you throw a towel over your shoulder, fill an application, you're good to go.
Yeah. I do got to say, I'm a little surprised, though, Antonio Tarver's as old as he is, and as long as he's been in the sport, and as big and popular as he's been in the game, and he did so many good things in the sport, it's hard to imagine that he wouldn't want to make sure he knows what's going on in his body.
Well, he should always make sure that when I was with Chad Dawson, like I said, I had the best strength and conditioning guy on this planet, Axel Murillo.
Yep.
He showed us everything. Because, I wasn't going for that. I want to make sure that my guy is in tip-top shape mentally and physically, and he don't have to worry about pissing in a cup and getting his analyzed and come up clean.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I endorse Axel Murillo. He's the best guy because he shows you what he's putting in your body.
Yeah.
These guys, like I said, these strength and conditioning guys don't know nothing at all.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Antonio, even if he did put the steroids in his system, he didn't know.
Yeah.
He probably trusted his guy.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, hey, it's a shame because Antonio, he's a staunch boxing guy. He didn't even know what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real down to earth cool guy. He don't need steroids to beat an opponent.
Yeah.
He has skills.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need all of that. He just gotta check his people around him. That's what he has to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just hope that the beat test comes up negative.
Yeah.
He's a real good guy, and I'm sure he didn't know nothing about that. I'm positive he didn't know nothing about that because he had too much to lose. He has a great job, broadcasting for Showtime. I mean, why would you want to jeopardize stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm sure he didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, that's all I get is people saying that about Antonio. Stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's a stand-up guy. Listen, I fought him twice with Chad Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
He's a stand-up guy. I know the guy.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's a shame. It had to happen to a guy like that.
It is a shame. It is.
I just hope that, he gets it straightened out and, and just, get his life back on track. Mm-hmm. He's an excellent broadcast announcer for Showtime. He's excellent.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best fighting commentator, I think. I really do.
Exactly.
I really do.
He knows boxing. He knows boxing.
Yeah. Yep. And I always
say knows boxing.
Oh, he's great for the sport. And I just hope hope it's not true.
Because we're stereotyped as guys like double talk or triple. But Antonio speaks fluently, clearly. You understand what he's saying, and he's into the game. So I just hope everything turns out good for him because he's a good person.
Yeah, yep. And that's all I hear. So it must be true. And what do you think of a guy like Shane Mosley who admits to using? I mean, do you think that if he admits to using purposely, do you think he should go to the Hall of Fame one day? Does he?
Listen. There's another guy that I know very well, Shane Mosley. But if he admits it, then he can't go to the Hall of Fame. If he admits it,
yeah, that's sad too.
He knows what he puts in his body, and that's out and out cheating. You're cheating.
Yep. Yeah.
You can't go into the Hall of Fame if you know you're cheating.
Mm-hmm. No.
So simple as that.
Yeah. That's sad. He was always one of my favorites, but I think the same way. You just can't put him there.
No, you can't. I mean, as good as he was, but he admitted it, and then it is what it is.
Yep. Well, that's the way it is today. What are you gonna do? There's just too much of it going around. You don't know who's using.
Listen, the bottom line is this here: we need the feds to come in and take over, and I'm willing, ready, and able to lead that charge.
Yeah.
But if we can talk till we're blue in the face.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to happen.
So
because boxing is stuck on that, if it's broke, we ain't going to fix it. We like it broke.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yep. But you got Hasim Rahman working in the gym, so you got some good things going too. It's not just all bad and trying to fix this.
I got Hasim Rahman. I got a gentleman by the name of Ronald Gurville out of Romania. He came to me About a month ago, he's fighting next Friday at the Hard Rock. I got Ishe Smith. He came off a great win on the Floyd Mayweather card. And I got Badu Jack. He came off a close win over the number 7 guy in the WBC. So I got a couple of undefeated kids that are real good.
Yeah,
And a couple of veterans that are, hanging in, doing what they got to do to achieve that brass ring one more time.
Yeah, you're a complete trainer, taking guys from the ground up and making champions. Champions of the
This is
future.
what I do, and I love this. I paid my dues in this game. I've been a world champion on an amateur level, and on a professional level. And then I switched over and made world champions out of guys on the professional levels. I mean, I paid my dues. I paid my dues. And then you got guys coming that's trying to tear the sport down. Like it's their own private piggy bank, tearing the sport down.
Yeah.
And they're messing up for everybody. They're messing up for everybody. But at the end of the day, I know I can fix it. I know that I can, because I know what to do and what it takes. You have to be, you have to regulate, but not over-regulate.
Yep. Yeah.
And I know how to regulate a situation.
Yep. Yeah.
So you got, like I said, you got to have a situation like Elliot Ness and the Untouchables. You got to go in with a group of guys and handle your business. The simple as that. If they don't like it, the hell with them.
That's right.
This is how it's going to be. And this is the United States. We can do anything we want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got guys over there, making a mockery at our sport, and and we're going down. I mean, MMA is picking up. The NBA just had great ratings. Kevin Durant, LeBron. I mean, great ratings. And where's boxing?
I know. And then when you do have a big fight that crosses over, you get crappy decisions that put a sour taste in people's mouth.
Exactly, and then that's where we lose everything, advertisement, everything. I mean, I could not tell you when the last time I saw a boxer on TV doing a commercial.
Yeah, maybe way back in the Tyson days of Punch-Out, 1985.
Exactly. But you know what? I mean, it's crazy. It's because they're tearing our sport down. I mean, we're so down low. It's crazy.
It's true.
It's crazy.
It is.
I just want to get in there, roll my sleeves up, and say, I'm going to handle this situation.
Yep. And they need to give you the power because you're a smart guy and you're passionate and you're the exact guy that we need to have the power. It's sad that other people have the power.
I know how to do this. This is what I do. I know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who don't like it. Tough.
Yeah.
I don't care because you're making a mockery about how I feed my kids and send them to college. So it's time for you guys to take a walk. If you're not going to do it the right way, and there's only one way to do it is the right way.
That's right.
I would take all the judges out that are at a certain age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And train new judges to put them under federal jurisdiction. And I would also screen them.
Yeah. Yep.
I know how to, believe me, I've been an organizer for the Teamsters. I had the Joint Association of Boxers. I've organized thousands of fighters. Exactly. I organized myself thousands of fighters.
Yeah.
So this is what I know how to do. When it comes to getting the situation straight, I got no problem in doing that. I would give up all my training, expertise, just to put this situation back on track.
Yep. And you worked with the Teamsters Union to start up an organization called JAB. Tell us what JAB is, Eddie.
Well, Joint Association of Boxers, this is where we try to help the fighter when his career is over. Like some guys they don't become world champions. So we initiate a fund, and they pool their money together. And at the end of the day, when they retire, they got something to retire on. Plus, man, we were giving them jobs. So at the end of the day, they can still retire with their dignity.
Yep.
They're not looking for handouts. They have a job. They have a pension. This is what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. And that's
and I love doing it. I had a great time. I owe a lot to Jimmy Hoffa Jr. and the Teamsters. We had a great time doing that.
Yeah.
And we gave a lot of money to Teddy Atlas's foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did a lot. We did a lot. And I enjoyed doing that, because it was a boxing situation, and it only goes to show you that, boxing is not a bad sport. It's just the people that run boxing.
Yep.
The people that run boxing is throwing our sport in the dirt.
Mm-hmm. And you're such a credit to the sport. I mean, they really need to use you, because you're the voice.
Like I said, we're going to talk to the blue in the face. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
All they do is talk. Like I said before, I'm still looking for that special committee when LaVanda Johnson died. I'm still looking. I think it's been about 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
More than that. I think it was 2004. So we're
talking where's the special committee?
Yeah. Horrible.
So we had about 5 or 6 Super Bowl champions, and we heard nothing about this situation.
Yep.
And all they did was put a statue in Atlantic City of LaVanda Johnson.
Yep. It's horrible.
Bro, it's a slap in the face.
Yeah, just lets them become a martyr, Yeah,
it's a slap in the face.
Yep.
They're not going to do nothing. We're going to talk until we're blue in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to do nothing. I mean, they could talk about writing laws and doing this and forming this team and forming that team. They're not going to do jack shit.
Yeah, and that's sad when you lose.
Fuck, they kidding.
Yeah. Well, you got Hasim Rahman, 39 years old, and he's fighting for a WBA heavyweight title against Alexander Povetkin, scheduled for July 14th. How's the old man looking, Eddie? Seems like forever since Lennox.
The old man knows that this is his last shot.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting him in the best condition possible. He's doing the running. He's doing the working out hard in the gym. He's dropping the weight. He's doing pretty good. I mean, we've been in training for like about 6 months.
Yeah.
We sent him to Duke University
on
the weight program.
Mm-hmm.
He did that for we sent him there for a month.
What did he come in at? You want to say?
He was a big man when he went.
Yeah.
But he's a little slimmer now. He stuck to the situation. He's juicing. He's doing everything the right way. So, I mean, listen, he's going to give it his best shot.
And by juicing, you mean drinking juice.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. I mean, he's an all-natural guy. All natural.
Yep. Big.
So, I mean, listen, he's going to give it 110%.
Yep. I believe it. And who's he working with as far as sparring?
Oh, we got about 5 or 6 guys down there, man, that he's working with.
Mm-hmm.
Good guys. I mean, guys that he can move around and, get into a heated exchange. You got to remember one thing. Hasim was always known as a puncher.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing to go is the punch.
That's right.
And he hit a guy on the chin the other day. And this was after 8 rounds. And the last round, he finished him off.
Wow. So
I'm very excited about this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because he really looking forward to it because he wants to go out with a bang. When he wins the title, he wants to just retire.
Mm.
No need to try to defend it because he has other things that he's doing. He's a very intelligent man.
Yep.
He's the type of guy. He makes apps for iPhones. He's a real sharp guy.
Yeah, he's actually got a brother who's a doctor, doesn't he?
Exactly. Dr. Kaysen, that is correct.
Yeah.
But he comes from a solid fundamental background.
Yep.
So we have a good time in the gym, and he's full of knowledge.
Yeah.
So we sit back and we trade knowledge. We trade. It's an honor just to be talking to a guy, like Hasim, because he he's a very smart individual. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. I hope I could find out what you're talking about someday.
That's my guy.
Don't answer me when I talk to him.
But again, on the sad note is what they do to our sport.
Yeah, I know.
That's just, you know, you find, you know, we just lost Leroy Neiman, you know, and I mean they might as well just finish killing off everybody in the sport.
I know. It's really it's a bad time. That's how it happens in boxing. Like we're coming up on July. It's going to be 3 years since Arguello and Gotti and Vernon Forrest all died.
And these guys here, they put their blood and guts into this situation.
Yeah.
And to see how it's turning out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I knew Vernon. I knew Arturo when Arturo first came to this country.
Yeah.
You know, him and his brother Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good guys, man. And these guys, they fight to sold out crowds.
Yeah. And
for people and promoters to just desecrate the sport. You know, just run it all through the dirt. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yep. And what do you remember most when you think of Arturo Gotti?
Oh, man. A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go, when I was living on the East Coast, you know, we used to go to the car shows, me and Arturo and his manager and his brother Joe, a couple of us guys, we used to just hang out at the New York car show, automobile shows, and just hang out and have a good time. Or we get at Buddy McGurk's mother's house for, you know, a cookout.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He was a real good guy, man. And like my guy that I trained, Johnny Tapia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it broke my heart.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it broke my heart. You know, I mean, Johnny was my man. He would give you the shirt off his back.
Yep. You could tell.
You know, I knew Johnny. We became, you know, you're not supposed to fall in love with your fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like that, you can't help it.
Yeah.
Because they want to see you make it.
Yep.
You know, Johnny was that type of guy. You know, he was my friend first.
Yep.
And I was his trainer second. We had a great relationship. You know, and I knew his problem. I knew what it was. But listen, he was a man of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he would give you the shirt off his back, man. This guy, because I've seen him do it many times.
Yeah. Great guy.
You know, give people money. I mean, he was just a down-to-earth brother.
Yep. Amazing guy. You don't see people.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy.
Just wore his heart on his sleeve and just wanted everyone to grab a hold of his coattail and take him along.
Exactly. That's exactly the type of guy he was.
You gotta love him.
Every time I think about Johnny, I'm sad because he was a good brother. He was a good brother.
Yep. Great human being. And he's gonna be missed.
Without a doubt, man. I'm missing. I really miss that guy because I just talked to him maybe like 2 weeks before he passed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, he would call me, "What are you doing? What are you doing, my brother from another mother?" You know, that was our thing, man. You know, when he passed away, it hurt me real bad. It hurt me real bad.
Yeah, and just before he died, I started watching some of his interviews that he had on YouTube. He was starting to interview people and doing a pretty good job. I thought he was...
Johnny was good people. He was good people, man. You know, good people, man.
Incredible guy.
Yeah.
And you are going... The fight with Hasim Rahman got switched. Was it today that it actually got switched from London to Germany?
It got switched the other day from London to Germany, Hamburg, Germany.
Uh-huh.
You know, so, hey, listen, it is what it is. All we need is a ring.
Yeah.
The referee didn't count to 10. I mean, Hasim will be okay.
You got Povetkin in the other corner, and he's being trained by Kostya Tszyu, a great fighter.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of Kostya as a trainer?
Anybody that stepped in that ring.
Yep.
Kostya Tszyu included. He was a great fighter.
Yep.
He was a great fighter.
And what do you think of him as a trainer?
You can't, when you take over a fighter, say like you were a great fighter, you just can't come in and think you're a great trainer because the mistake that they make is having a fighter fight like them.
Yep. It's true.
You know what I'm saying? And it's too early. You know, they don't have enough time together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not worried about Costa Zoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna. The only thing I'm worried about is Povetkin throws another arm, and then we got a problem.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen. So I mean, listen, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're not coming to lay down.
No, sir. Is there any concerns about the change to go to Germany? There's a lot of controversies in Germany, and a lot of fighters come back bitter about decisions that went against them in Germany, or spontaneous. Like, as soon as they get hit by a German fighter or a fan favorite, the ref will stop the fight, even if it's a American ref. There's been a lot of.
Let me tell you this here. I saw Derek Chisora beat the dog snot out of Tyson Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Beat him up bad.
Yeah.
I think he probably lost 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave it to Tyson Fury.
Yep.
I mean, God, dog. I mean, that was. Evidently, you do think about things like that.
Mm-hmm. You can't help it.
But again, that's the way it is.
Yeah, and it's
that's the way it is.
The cameras will be there. We'll see what we see.
They don't exactly. But even if the cameras are there,
yeah,
it is what it is. Listen, if you're not from that country, if you're not wrapped up with that promoter,
mm-hmm.
You're not going to win. That's the bottom line.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. So we got to go in with the mindset of we got to knock this guy out.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we do knock him out, we may just come through with a draw.
Yeah. Yep.
You never know. But that's how this game is. That's how grimy and dirty this game is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
that's just how it is. That's how grimy the game is.
Yeah. And you don't.
So like I said, we're going to talk till we're blue in the face. But at the end of the day, I don't think nothing's going to happen.
And just like how you fought, Eddie, you pull no punches. I appreciate your time.
Right. You got to call us. You got to call it the way it is.
Yep.
Because if they're going to do something, it would have been happened.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been happening. It's nothing going to happen.
Yeah, you just got to stay loud, maybe.
On with the show.
Keep the pressure on them and stay loud and just don't let it die out. Maybe something will have to happen. I don't know.
Believe me. If anything happened, I would be doing backflips. I'm 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? But believe me, like I said before, when Evander Johnson passed away,
mm-hmm.
we're going to have this special committee.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I want to see this here, but at the end of the day, I knew nothing was going to happen. They were just blowing smoke up the ass. That's all it is.
Yeah. They don't stop that. There's always
that smoke going to keep on blowing up their ass.
That's it. We got to just find out how to read smoke signals, maybe.
Exactly. That means three puffs, 3 passes, and 3 puffs. That means we ain't doing shit. On with the show. That's what it means.
That's it. Yeah. I hear you, Eddie. Well, it's going to be a battle. That's the way it's going to have to be, I guess. Just like the game itself.
Exactly. But, it is what it is,
It is what it is.
It's what it is. I'm just hoping, that they said, well, Eddie, you got the job.
Mm-hmm.
You want the job? You got it. Okay. Move out my way. Give me, what's my authority?
That's it.
Let me regulate.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I would do, get rid of all the sanctioning bodies.
All of them.
We got to realize one thing. We have the TV with HBO, Showtime, pay-per-view. We have all of that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need no sanctioning bodies for all of that. This is us, United States of America.
Yep.
This is the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You said it.
We can do anything we want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We can do anything we want to do. If we want to get rid of those sanctioning bodies, we can do that.
Yeah, maybe we
can.
For
our own government, our own body, and off and running.
Mm-hmm. Maybe do it like an Occupy Wall Street type thing in all the sanctioning bodies buildings. Yeah.
Listen, if that's going to work, so be it.
That's it. That's what it's going to have to come to. You just got to organize the world. It's a global game. A lot of people.
I only wish before I pass away that we can get this situation up and running on a situation whereas our government comes in and take the reins because at the end of the day, there's so much money involved in boxing now that we have a pay-per-view and we have athletes that can generate the good money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have all of that. We at our disposal, but there's so much crime and corruption in the game. It's unreal.
Yeah, I'm going to keep addressing it too, Eddie. And you'll be hearing from me. I'll keep calling you because I know that you got a lot to say, and what you say is intelligent and worth listening to. So I'm going to keep you involved in the conversation. And
I appreciate that. Let me give this your number right here.
Yep, that's actually. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks right now.
Bye-bye.
Right.
I want to thank the great Eddie Mustafa Muhammad for coming to spend some time with us. He's always eloquent. He always knows what he means, and he means what he says.